subscribe and like. Click, please. RPO play pattern. Combining power play with bubble screen. Hello. This is the 5th RPO play. This play will show you a pattern of RPO play combining power play and bubble screen, and how to determine play based on the number of defenders in the tackle box. For the offense team, let's assume that a total of 6 people, from 5 linemen to 1 tight end, can be used as lead blockers in the tackle box. I'll show you that there are 5 defenders in the tackle box, including the defense line and the linebacker. At this point, the defense team is more focused on preventing a pass play using a receiver on the outside than on a rush play. So instead of having fewer defenders on the inside of the tackle box, there will be many on the outside. That's why at this point, the lead blocker in the tackle box takes advantage of one more advantage to target the defense team with a rush play. Within the tackle box, offense team has 6 lead blockers and the defense team has 5 defenders, so offense team is able to make an effective attack in a situation where there is one more player. If there are 5 defenders in the tackle box, the following is the case where there are 7 defenders in the tackle box. It's going to be the opposite of what I showed you earlier. The defense team is using defensive methods to prevent rush play rather than pass play. There are 7 defense teams in the tackle box and 6 offense teams, so one more is missing, which is a disadvantage to the opponent in the rush play. Then you have to choose a pass play. And again you have to figure out how many defenders there are in the box in front of the receiver. I'm sure most of them have 2 defenders on their way. If there are 2 defenders in front of the receiver players, the attack team also has 2 receivers playing lead blocks, so they can pass to the receiver running the double screen route. If there are 7 defenders in the tackle box, finally, there are 6 defenders in the tackle box. At this point, there are the same numbers in the tackle box, so it's not a good situation for any team. Then we need to determine how many people are in the box in front of the receiver. There can be 2 or 3 defenders in general at this time. Depending on the situation, it may vary slightly, but in this situation, you can read the innermost defender's movements in the box and determine the play deployment. For example, if you have one cornerback and one linebacker, you can read the linebacker player's movements, and if you have one cornerback and two linebackers, you can judge the linebacker's movements that are further inside. If the player who needs to read the movement moves quickly inwards towards the running back, he can pass the bubble screen. If he moves outward and moves to block the pass, he can pass the ball to the running back. The important thing is that if there are 3 defenders in the receiver box, the 2 receivers who play the lead block will have to lead the 2 outer defenders one by one. If there are 6 defenders in the tackle box, the linebacker faces the first step out or stays in place for a long time. The linebacker moves quickly to tackle the running back. You've seen a lot of patterns. If you can determine the movement of any one player, such as rpoplay and read option, and establish the concept of offense, which can penetrate the weakness of the defense team, you will be able to create a clever and threatening offense team. What do you think of my plans and ideas? I hope you can post comments and communicate and grow together. Please click on subscribe and like.